welcome back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. Alright, I had got a channel message from my father and he wanted me to speak on the animals. I know that's something like y'all saying, what? He wants you to talk about the animals? Yes. He wants me to talk about the animals because he wants me to let y'all know that he loves his animals too. And how they have a mind too. Even though it's not like human mind, but they have their own mind. They know right from wrong. They know all of this too. Animals is not slow as y'all think they is, but they not. They not slow at all. They understand everything. They show it through their eyes and they show it through the way they act. That they understand everything. So, what he want me to speak on about the animals? He want me to go back to the time when I had my animals. When I was living where I used to stay. And I had my own pets. He want me to speak on that. Okay. Like I told y'all, I had a dog and a pet. I had German Shepherd dogs. I had collie dogs. And I had like 2 German Shepherd dogs. And the police approached me one day when me and my ex-husband was walking down the street. And the police approached us because we was walking the dog. And they asked us, did we want to sell our German Shepherd? And my husband said no, he didn't want to sell his German Shepherd because he was training his German Shepherd. So he didn't want to sell his German Shepherd. So I had 2 German Shepherds and I had 1 collie dog. And I had a lot of cats. So I didn't have too many dogs, but I had a whole lot of cats. So I had mostly a lot of boy cats. I only had 2 girl cats because I love boy cats. Mostly I love mostly boy dogs and boy cats. I'm not too much fond of girl cats, for the simple reason that I ain't got time to deal with no babies. I ain't got time to be dealing with no babies. So I just rather have boy dogs and girl, and boy dogs and cats, boy, the boy cats. I would rather have them, than girl cats and girl dogs. I don't get along with them like that, but I get along with the boy dogs and the boy cats. I do. I get along with them really good. But anyway, when I first got my animals, one of my cats ran up in the tree and it couldn't get down. So I had to call the fire department to come and get my cat down. At first I was trying to find a way to get my cat down myself. I was trying to get my cat to come down, but my cat wouldn't come down out the tree. So I had to, call the fire department. They came and they brought my cat down, gave me my cat. So people used to love my cats because I would let my cats outside and let them go on about their business and play. And my cats will come back after they get through, hanging outside. They'll come back to the house. And my cats, they would jump up on my window. Excuse me. They would jump up on my window and scratch on the windowsill, on the to let me know that they ready to come in. So I open the door and I let my cat in, because they always let me know when they're ready to come in the house, because they'll just jump up on the and let me know they're ready to come in. So one day my cat was out there fighting. Some dogs came towards my cat, and I happened to look out there and I seen my cat balled up scared. So I went out there with the broom, and I told them dogs, if you touch my cat now, you know what I'm gonna do to you, okay? So I started swinging at the dogs and stuff, and they ran. They ran. The dogs ran. So my cat came with me and went on in the house. So, I guess that's when my cat started trusting me, because when you do things for your animals, sometimes they don't really have the trust in you until you do something to show them that you really love them. So I guess that was my cue right there, that my cat knew that I loved him, because I defended the animals off him, that they was trying to hurt him, and I showed my love to him, that I would save him. I would not let nothing happen to him, that I would put myself out there for him. So my cat, loved that. So one day we stayed across the street from a school that my children was going to, and my cat used to get up every morning with my kids and walk them to school. He would wait till my kids get ready to go to school, and then he would walk over there with them to school. And after they go inside the school, he would come back to the house. He would scratch up on the window, let me know that he want to come in, and I'll open the door and let him in, and he'll just come on in the house. Go on in there, go sit in the front room or the dining room, just lay down, or he just want walk around the house. So my cat used to do that all the time. So one day we was getting ready to go out to the store, me and my ex-husband and my kids. So the cat came out the door, and he wanted to go with us. So he jumped up in the car with us, got in the car with us, and went to the store with us. And we came back from the store. Then he jumped out the car and went on about his business. That's what my animals do. That's what my animals used to do. So I'm gonna speak on my dog. So my collie dog that I had, when we used to put him outside and let him play in the yard, my collie dog, he'll get out. Now we had the gate locked down where he can't get out the house, So he found his own way to get out. If he wanted to go kick it, he would get out himself, get from somewhere. He found a way to get out the gate, and he'll go to the park and stuff, walking around at the park, whatever he want to do. And then he'll just come right back and climb back under the gate like he ain't even been outside. He would try to make us think that he didn't even go outside. But we'll know that we'll know that he went outside, because as soon as we look out the window, we would see him coming back, running back, and going back in the yard and getting back in, going up under the gate and getting back in the yard, to try to make us think that he wasn't going out. But that's what he used to do. My dog used to take his own walks. He would just sneak on out and go on about his business, but he'll come back and go back under the gate. So that's what my dog used to do, And he would sit outside, because like if we getting ready to have a family get together or whatever, and my how people be scared of your animals. So my ex-husband, he would drink some beer, and then he'll pour a little bit of beer into my dog's bowl, and he would give him some beer, and they both be sitting outside drinking beer together. And my dog, he'd be sitting right next to my ex-husband, and drinking beer. They be kicking it. They would be sitting out there kicking it together. So when company come over, my ex-husband will put a little bit of beer in his water, and he'll, give it to him to drink, so he won't be barking at the gas. So they wouldn't be scared of him, but we would lock him down, like put a chain on him and lock him down so he can't go nowhere. So they couldn't mess with him. But to keep the noise down, we would just put a little bit of beer. My husband would put a little bit of beer in his water, and let him drink it, and then he'll be calmed down the whole day. He won't be bothering nobody. But one day, we had my daughter. She had came in the house one day, and she had bought a candy bar, and she had took that candy bar and she took it upstairs in her room, and she set it on the dresser which she didn't think that the dog was going to go up there and grab the candy bar, but he did. He went upstairs while my daughter was in the bed. He jumped up on the dresser and got her candy and he ate it. And he ran downstairs because he knew she was looking for that candy bar. And he just grabbed that candy bar and he ran downstairs. He snatched the candy bar and ran downstairs and ate it. And she was angry. She was so angry. But she couldn't do nothing because he had already ate the candy bar. But she was mad at him. She was hollering at him and stuff. But he was okay. She was okay with it. You know, it was funny to us because he had did that. He took a candy bar. So let me tell y'all about my cat and my daughter. My cat and my daughter used to fight all the time. So one day, my daughter, we had got into an argument, me and my daughter. So she was like 12. She was like 12 years old. So I had hollered at my daughter. And my cat, he would come in the house because the first place he would go is into my children's room. He loved being in their room. So my cat would come in the house, the one that I told y'all that walked my kids to school every morning. So he would walk them to school and he would also go pick them up from school. So when they got ready to come home from school, he knew what time they got out of school. So he would run over there and wait till they come out and he would walk back with them every time. So one day my daughter was upstairs in the bed, going upstairs because I had hollered at her. And my daughter, she got upset and she started stomping upstairs. And the cat was under the bed sleeping. And he looked like he was saying to himself, like, why is you coming up here stomping? I'm sleeping up here and you just gonna come up here and start stomping while I'm sleeping? So she came upstairs stomping and he pulled his paw out and he swiped her with his paw because he wasn't trying to scratch her. He was hitting her like, would you shut up? I'm trying to sleep here. So she said, you shut up, because she hit him back and then he'll hit her back. Then she'll hit him back and then he'll hit her back. And then she'll holler downstairs, Mom, would you come and get Smokey? He up here starting stuff with me. He up here fighting with me. I said, so what did you do to him? I came up there stomping, and then he came from under the bed and just swiped me. I said, well, you shouldn't have went up there messing. You shouldn't have went up there stomping. He was up there sleeping. So why did you go up there stomping? And you knew he was going to come out and swipe you because you stomping up there messing with his sleep. So every time you turn around, my daughter and the cat, they'll get to fighting. So one day he started fighting her. They was downstairs one day and they started to fight. He started hitting her. She started hitting him. Then he started hitting her, and she started hitting him. So that's what my cats used to do. They used to fight my kids and all of that. They used to fight my kids, and they used to have fun. My kids used to love their animals. They loved their animals. So one day my cat Smokey. One day he just left because my kids was they loved him. They had that cat since they was, babies because my husband had brought that cat to my children's when we stayed in the projects. And my kids, they grew up with their cat. They grew up with Smokey. And they loved him so much. And when we moved over there in our home, because we brought the cat with us, because like I said, my husband had got the cat when we were staying in the projects. And the cat came with us, and he grew up with my children. And when one day my cat didn't come back, and my kids, they started crying and stuff because they loved their cat. They loved him because he always walked them to school. He always walked them home from school, and he always played with them all the time. He was always in their room with them, keeping them company and all that stuff. And they was in love with my cat. They loved all my cats. But the one that they loved so much is the one that they grew up with. So when Smokey didn't come back, my kids started crying and stuff because they missed him. So one day I had a dream, like the Father gave me a dream about my cat. So my cat came in my dream and he talked to me. Yeah, he literally talked to me. And he told me to tell my children that he had to go. excuse me, somebody trying to stop me from talking, but I'm going to keep talking. He told my children that he had to go, that he had another mission that God wanted him to do, that he had another mission out there. So he had completed his mission with my children's. So he had to go complete another mission for God. So he told me to tell my children that he loved them and that he missed them, that he gonna miss them. You know. So I guess that was the closure that the Father wanted me to give to my children, because they was crying and they was mad because he didn't come back, and they thought somebody had kidnapped him or something, but they didn't. He had a mission. He had to leave, because he was only there for a season for my children's, and he was there with us. He was there since he was a kitten and growed up as a big cat. His time was up to leave my children's and go do another mission. So that's what he told me to tell my children. So I told my children what he had said, that he had to go. It was his time to leave to go help somebody else, and that he loved them and he will always love them, and that he would miss them. So that's what the cat said to me in a dream. And I told my children, and they felt a little bit better, because then they know why he was gone, because they thought somebody had came and took their cat, but he didn't. They didn't. So yeah, animals they are very, very smart, very, very smart. They not slow as y'all think they is. They know how to show love to people. They know when somebody is trying to harm them too. They know that too, because when the animals start, when they get to fighting, they get to making this noise when they about to fight other animals. They make this, this kind of noise that something going on out there, that they about to fight other cats and dogs and all that stuff. So one day my dog was in the playground, because my dog had got out, and he, like I said, how y'all told y'all how my dog just take his own little walks and come back home. But this time, the people next door had let their dog out, because they had a collie too. They had a collie and I had a collie. My dog was white and their dog was black. So my dog was on his way coming back to the house. They let their dog go out their house to go and fight my dog. So I saw my dog and the other dog just looking at each other. So I went over there to the dog, because I guess they thought I was scared of their dog or something. And I went over there towards their dog, and I pushed their dog away from my dog. Like, get away from my dog. So I pushed their dog, because I guess they thought that I was going to be scared of their dog. But I'm not scared of no dogs. I'm going to tell y'all that now. It's been many times I have seen real big dogs, and I will walk straight up to a dog and rub on them. And my kids and my husband will look like, why did you do that? Because sometimes the Father give me a hint and telling me to go, towards the dog. So I have done that many times. So when I see animals outside, I'll be walking and I just go up to them and I would, rub on them, and I would talk to the animals. And sometimes the animals would just come up to me themselves and, talk to me. Or they'll, give me their paw and stuff. So that time, it was a big old dog. And I just went up to the dog and I rubbed on the dog. And he was the dog looked at mean and stuff, but it's like the dog knew I was coming. It didn't scare him or nothing. He knew I was coming. So when I walked over there to him and started rubbing on him, he just looked at me and let me rub on him. And that's it. And I just walked away. So sometimes when the Father tell me to do things, that's what I do. So he told me to go to the dog, and I went to the dog. And when I did that around my children and my ex-husband, they almost had a heart attack. They almost had a heart attack when I did it with them. Because they was like, because I would go to some Rottweilers and all of that. I would go up to a Rottweiler and all them kind of dogs, and they would just let me touch them. Because my father would tell me to go towards the dogs and touch them. And I'd just go over there and rub on them. And they just let me rub on them. and then I just go about my business. And I did it a lot of times around my children and my husband. They almost had a heart attack. So when I go outside sometimes and I go sit at the park and I see the birds and stuff, and I have like little popcorn or whatever I have, and the squirrels, and I just throw it down there. They'll come straight to me. Sometimes the squirrels will just come up to me on their own. I don't have to have no food or nothing. They'll just come right up to me, you know. And I'll be talking to them and stuff and playing with them and stuff. And they'll just watch me, you know, play with them. They'll be running around me and stuff. And I don't be scared of them. You know, I just love the animals. I love them. I love them. Even the birds. I love them. I feed them and everything. I feed them. When I'm sitting outside and I'm at the park or whatever, and I see the animals and stuff, and I just play with them and feed them and stuff. They come to me on their own, and I feed them and play with them. And people, they be walking their dogs and stuff, and their dogs will just come up to me on their own. I'll be walking about my business, and the dogs will just come up to me, and I'll just rub them, you know, for a little bit, and then I just walk away, because they'll be looking like, you're not scared of my dog? No, I'm not scared of your dog. And they'll see their dogs trying to get over there towards me. They'll see their dogs, because they'll have their dogs on a leash, but their dogs will still be pulling towards me. They'll be coming towards me. And when they finally get towards me, they just want to jump up on me and rub, and want me to rub on them and stuff. And once I do that, then they'll just jump down and go and walk with their owners. So sometimes the dogs do that when they see me. They'll just come up to me on their own, and they don't be scared of me. They just come up to me on their own. But they owners be looking like, man, my dog just walked up to you. Yeah, they do that. They be shocked that they dogs just come up to me, but they do. They just walk up to me, and I just rub them, and you know, talk to them for a little bit. Sometimes I just go up to the animals and I touch them, you know. But yeah, animals know when somebody is a good person, and they know when somebody's not a good person, because they can smell your scent. And if your scent don't smell right to them, they're going to move away from you, or they're going to try to tackle you. They know the difference between a good person and a wicked person. Animals knows that. They have a scent on that. They have a scent. So this is what the Father wanted me to talk to y'all about, that he loves his animals, and his animals is not stupid. They not. They are very smart animals. They know when somebody love them, and they know when somebody don't love them, and they know when somebody will risk their life for them too. They know that too. And when you risk your life for an animal will pull more closer to you, because they know that you love them, and that you will risk your life for them. And that's the time when they pull really more close to you, because they trust you. So this is what he wanted me to talk about. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus, excuse me again. Jesus love you. Father love you. The Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.